What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Next Gen Madden 25 video on my PS4. Please do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button for me, subscribe to my channel if you aren't already. Your criticism in the comment section. As always, play it for you at speed. Ask you to follow me on Twitter. My username is ShutdownSafety. I want to talk about doing the wrong things the right way in this game. Something to me that's not done very well at all. Start off looking at a lot of interactions on this play, but want to look at this Chris Johnson one because it's very good. It's a good chip here. You can see I'm not controlling him. But I want to go back and assess what happens here. It makes the rest of this play that much more inexcusable. Johnson goes out, realizes Stewart has lost containment of Werner, and he's going to have an impact in this play by chipping. You can see he jumps out, puts his shoulder in, and you can see immediately that Stewart regains position and control of Werner. Meanwhile, the impact of this not only sets Werner back a yard and a quarter, but also throws Johnson into the ground. And to me, that's a good cause and effect reaction that has a real implication on the play, and I like to see that. I wish you could see it more often. Bringing the box back up, I want to talk about Corey Redding here, because to me, this is, the unacceptable stuff. Corey Redding comes out, veteran, well-known, good, solid defensive lineman. You tell me how he can look at all that open field on the right side of your screen and still decide to attack the strong side of the offensive lineman Warmack he's going against. Doesn't make any sense to me. He's a smarter player than that, and a lot of defensive tackles in this game have this problems, and it opens up huge passing lanes, which we'll address in a moment. The other problem here, Lynch, again, doing the wrong thing the right way. This is a prime example of what this game does. Lynch goes back. He's going to be in coverage with Walker here. I kind of like what's going on. Yes, he kind of shifts around a little bit quickly, but he's looking at Walker. He's trying to read the route, and to me, it looks like he selects a post as opposed to a dig. What he does is he starts to go out. I'll remove the box. He starts to go out after Walker makes his cut, and you can see he's vertically kind of pulling up the field at an angle, and Walker is cutting across. This is how I want to see routes win. This is how I want to see Walker go make a catch. And instead, look at what the game does as it brings them back together. And I realize this isn't much, this is subtle, but look at how it shifts Lynch back across the field. I mean, this is completely unrealistic. Look at the way he's making this distance up, almost on his side. Now, the reason this impacts the play, I'll show you in a minute, but I do want to talk about dropped passes in this game. To me, the problem is all the drop passes kind of look the same, and when we talk about building a better player, improving a player you've drafted, adding replay value to the game, you should be able to look at a catch and assess what went wrong and how you can fix it. Is it something in attributes? And just to throw out some arbitrary things where, the ball hits the player's palms or he's not catching with his fingers and I can go increase his catching and make it better? Is it strength where he's just not able to catch the ball and secure it into his body? Is it stamina or awareness where he's just not looking the ball in? Is it vision? Things along those lines. Instead, you get a lot of these, just going to clank off my hands. And to me, the hand position here is not the best. Walker kind of has his thumbs crossed as he goes in to make this catch, but I'd like something a little bit more than just this animation so I can improve my players and see while they're failing, and that's not something Madden provides. Now, before I get back to Lynch, I do want to talk about Kelvin Sheppard, because to me this is a little bit ridiculous, and again start to talk about the scripted gameplay. Look at this massive passing lane we talked about because Corey Redding attacked the strong side of the offensive lineman. Sheppard is staring at the quarterback at this point, and I'm just going to show you there. You see the ball release. I'll zoom up a little bit. You can see the ball has been thrown, and I want you to just note Sheppard's reaction here. As this pass goes to come in, he's in perfect position to deflect it, but as the ball starts to get close, he looks away. Why is he looking away? Why is he looking down? The ball is right here in prime position for him to jump up and deflect it. It's literally, a foot above his head and 2 feet off to his side. Why can't he just make that assessment rather than look away? I don't understand that. But when we talk about this catch not being made and we look at what happens with Lynch, I realize that a lot of the ground he made up was through that shifting, and he's not still all that close. But look at how he goes for this as if he could have recovered it. I know that he couldn't have, but what if he had caught that off a deflection or the ball bounced a different way? It's not realistic that all that ground he made up sideways would have allowed him to do that. So, again, I know a lot of stuff here to talk about, guys. I appreciate you sitting through the video. Love to know your thoughts and opinions on all this stuff. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I'll be back with more content.